The ideological concept changed over time, but the past and present have coincided to preserve the history and serve as a proof that there is progress in history. Political issues from then and now have no difference. Discrimination, injustice, and corruption are in the bloodline of the government. The distinction between rich and poor, the datos and slaves, and the government and its people are just in vain of history.
What is the main idea? Custom of the Tagalog was made to provide an exoticized description of the Tagalog natives, their social status, customs, tradition, and their beliefs.
Who create the source? Father Juan de Plasencia, a Franciscan missionary of the Franciscan order who first arrived in the island of the Philippines on July 2, 1577. Custom of Tagalog was written on the year 1589.
What is going on when the source is created? Juan de Plasencia, tasked by the king, which is King Philip II, he made customs of the Tagalogs written during the Spanish colonial period, where such initiatives were an accustomed practice of the colonizer during the age of discovery.
If we are to look at it, we already knew that Filipinos in the pre-colonial period are highly civilized, have a government system, and already possesses a rich culture, but miss out the topic about the hierarchy of people in their barangay in that time.
Is the source reliable? The source is reliable because Father Juan de Plasencia records and documented the customs and traditions of the people of the Philippines based on his own observation and judgments at first hand. How does the source contribute to your understanding of the past? In conclusion, customs of Tagalog acts as one of the most important primary sources of the Philippine history, which contains important historical data or events around the time period. Furthermore, the information provided in the text gave vivid imagery which allowed for further analysis of the practices of the ancient Tagalogs and comparison with other accounts of succeeding periods and significant events in Philippine history. The account aids in realizing that mastery of the local language and culture led to the success of the Christianity in the Philippines. He used his work to inform the Filipinos about the differences and the similarities of our culture by then and now. Juan de Plasencia's work made the Filipinos realize how unique the Tagalog culture when before the colonization.
Native races and their customs. Social classes among Tagalogs are breakdown to Maginoo, Maharlika, Aliping na mamahay, and Aliping sa gigilid. Maginoo are equivalent terminologies among Visayan are datu. Their duties are the chief of the barangay and the captain of war. Their characteristics are energetic and protects people around them. Maharlika. Equivalent terminologies among Visayans are Timagwa or Timawa. Their duties are accompanying the dato in war at their own expense. Their characteristics are martial arts class freemen or free from taxes and tributes but required to do military service. The aliping namamahay are equivalent terminologies is tamaranpok, and their duties are to serve their masters whether be a dato or not. Lastly is the aliping sa gigilid. Their equivalent terminology among Visayans are ayuwe or halon. Their duties are to serve their masters in their house or in his cultivated lands. Their characteristics are slaves brought from war, lowest class, and lives around the house in their masters. This work is presented by B.S. Marie 3 BARIUM, Group 1.